I was on the wrestling team in Pittsburgh, so I'm very into sports. Big fanatic of pretty much anything competitive, with the exception of, maybe women's soccer or something like that. Other than that, I'd say that, I'm very down to earth. I don't think I'm shy. I don't have a chip on my shoulder. If you get me in a serious competitive situation, like as far as wrestling goes or something like that, like losing is not an option. And if I lose, it's, back to the drawing board, back to working out, back to training and stuff like that. Now, as far as being aggressive in, a game like this, I don't really know what kind of competitions you guys would be holding, but as far as, I told you, like, I'll race to the car, or a video game, like with my friends, I'm extremely competitive at those. If I lose one of them, the controller's going across the room. So, like, if losing is not something I take very well. It's not something I, like, explode over, but it's something that would bother me. I like to think of myself as pretty intellectual, but I don't think that I'm very, very book smart. I like to think that I have, like, an over amount of common sense, if you will. I've never been in a fist fight in my life, and I could swear to the Lord on that. I've never been in a fist fight. I'm not confrontational at all, not even a little bit. At all costs, I'll avoid any confrontation. And a lot of times, that's worked to my benefit, but, sometimes also it does work against me. Sometimes I just let people have the better of me just to avoid the conflict. See, people ask me this before, and all I can tell them is that I like pretty girls, because people will come up to me and they'll point a flaw out. They're like, oh, like they might even racially discriminate, like, I wouldn't get with a black girl, I wouldn't get with, like, a hefty girl, or I wouldn't get with a skinny girl, or, I wouldn't get with an Indian girl. And they're like, would you get with her? And I'm like, I like pretty girls. Like, if she's pretty, if she's attractive, that's my kind of girl. Personality-wise, I like a girl that's very, like, that's down to earth. I like a girl that's not very shy, maybe a little sexually aggressive, not somebody who's very passive or, just likes to sit back. I like a girl that likes to go out, have a good time, but at the same time doesn't mind staying in and watching a movie or something. I don't hide my feelings that much. I'd say I wear my emotions on my sleeves if I'm in a relationship with a girl. A lot of times with my friends, I might not do that as much, but when I'm with a girl, I can tend to be a little more emotional and a little more attached to her. Yeah, I like to think that my strategic planning is, up to par. I haven't really given much thought about how I could go about being strategic in this manner, but obviously making some kind of alliances with some people is going to be helpful. I don't think that it would be beneficial to do that right away. I think that you kind of have to feel somebody out before you go jumping on somebody's boat. So as far as that goes, being, the strategy in that sense is going to be, going to have to play that out as time goes on, just to see who's going to be more beneficial to me. I probably bond better with the guys, but I also, on the other hand, think that I would probably bond with the girls more than any other guy would, because I don't really have any problem going up to a girl, or I don't have any problem, talking to a girl or sparking a conversation, or, asking where she's from, or if she's got kids, or if she's going out with somebody she's married, anything like that. And from my experience and my friends, like, they have terrified of talking to girls in that sense. So I think that I would be the first one to go up. Obviously, the first couple of days, guys are going to be a little shy of the girls. I'm typically not like that. Like, I would go up to a guy like I would go up to a girl, or I would go up to a girl like I would go up to a guy. Well, I would say because, first of all, I've never been in front of a camera before. I'm not the typical person that you would probably throw on kind of show like this. I'm from the East Coast, so obviously I have no acting experience. You guys have probably come across, a million actors trying to get into the business. I'm just a normal person. Let's see. I'd say I'm personable. I could talk to people. I'm very competitive. At the same time, I do have that, thing in the back of my head that'll, it's not afraid to stab somebody in the back if need be.